Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the It's Obvious Gaming Podcast, Episode 3, the show where my two best friends and I get together every single week to talk about video games, obviously, of
Hallelujah.
course. And who are these people, you might ask? Well, I'm going to tell you. This guy over here is Garrett Drake.
Hello, everyone. It's good to be back, as always. I'm very excited for Episode 3. The topics are a surprise to us tonight, and I cannot wait to dive into what you have in store for us, Preston.
They're not like mind-blowing, so I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Well, I just enjoy talking to you guys in general. I mean, it's an absolute honor to do this every Sunday night.
Absolutely.
After a long, hard weekend of working, get to come hang out and talk to my bros about things we love, which are video games. And we hope you guys love video games as much as we do. And I just wanted to clarify before we continue tonight that we're not doing this just to gain attention and glorify ourselves, basically. We're doing this because we love video games, we love playing them, we love talking about them, and whenever we say like, comment, subscribe, we're not just saying that just to say it. We legitimately want to start some sort of community where we can share our excitement with you guys. I know there's a million gaming channels, there's people that are probably 10 times better than us, their video quality's better, their audio's better, their gameplay's better, they might even be better human beings than we are. But this is how we do things, and this is to the best of our ability currently, and we hope you guys enjoy it. And just know that we legitimately want to interact with you guys. It isn't just about gaining attention and doing this for ourselves. I just wanted to get that out there.
This guy's a preacher over here.
I know you just introduced me, and I said a lot of stuff.
And this guy's Jacob.
Yeah, this guy's Jacob. Right, he doesn't matter.
Topic. Yeah, but this guy is Jacob. You all right? I'm gonna die. How are you doing?
I am fantastic. I am ready to get down to business today and talk about some video games.
Yep. Well, we're not talking about video games today. That's the surprise.
Oh, dang.
Yep.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, let's go. We're just gonna jump right into this thing.
I think so, because something really important to me happened.
Okay.
Oh, really?
It's happening September 1st, guys.
I think I know what it is.
Mad Max the video game's coming out.
All right, guys, that's podcast episode 3. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah, just kidding. Metal Gear Solid 5 is coming out September 1st.
And Mad Max, though.
I'm excited.
And Mad Max, which looks cool.
Yeah.
But
I'm very excited.
Oh, yeah. I'm freaking pumped for Metal Gear Solid 5.
Finally, we have a release
date. Just a plethora of information just oozed from Kojima's
Hideo Kojima.
Yes. Tons of stuff. Release date September 1st. This did y'all see the PS4 limited edition?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's only going in Japan though, right?
I don't know.
I think it's only releasing in Japan.
I wouldn't buy it anyways, but it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. The collector's edition has one of Big Boss's bionic arm, and the picture I saw was holding the PS4 controller.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
I'm buying that.
Yes. Do you know how much it is yet?
I don't care.
Nice.
I'm gonna buy it. It looks freaking epic. Just for that arm, it looks so awesome.
Hopefully they don't pull a dying light on you.
Yeah, it's $300,000.
Because it's a real mechanical arm. It's you can actually use it as a prosthetic.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
a real
prepared
prosthetic.
to slice off my arm and stick it on there. But I think...
at the rate you're headed, your thumb's taking forever to heal. You might as well.
I'm about there.
3 weeks in and you're still not healing.
Oh, man. If my tendon gets somehow cut again, I'm just going to chop it off, and then I'll sew the thumb from Big Boss's hand on there.
You got 4 other fingers.
Fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you have 9 other fingers.
I don't need them for video
unless
games.
you don't count the thumbs.
I'm kind of passing on video games with my finger.
Yeah.
But, anywho, Metal Gear Solid 5 is coming out. We are super pumped for it. I know I'm the gamer that people hate because I bought Ground Zeroes at full price, which people
Didn't
I did the same thing.
All of us did. Yeah, I bought that.
I mean, who wasn't excited to get a taste of the game?
Exactly, but it was I totally got my money's worth.
And me too. I played the crap out of that.
I had 8 hours played.
Yeah, you platinumed it too.
Yeah, there was not a platinum trophy.
Well, you got all the trophies.
I got all the trophies. No platinum trophy though.
There was one that I couldn't get. It was the one with the Xbox limited edition mission. Yeah. With what was his name? Was it Raiden?
Raiden. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do that one without getting caught.
Oh really?
I always got a A rating instead of the S.
Well, for the audience that isn't quite up to date, I know Jacob enjoys the stealth games, but me and Garrett over here absolutely love the stealth games.
There's something I'm into and something I improve of.
Oh yes,
approve of.
The satisfaction of sneaking into a base or something like that without anybody even knowing you're there is it's my favorite thing to do.
It's a special kind of feeling
in a video game. And Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes laid out what is expected of Metal Gear Solid 5, and I loved it to death.
Yeah, me too.
It was
awesome.
so smooth. The graphics were phenomenal. The frame rate was just
gorgeous.
on point. It just played amazing.
Yep.
So I'm absolutely pumped about it.
If there was just more content for Ground Zeroes, that would have been my favorite game that's come out so far. Like,
Oh, really?
Like, it
Wow.
was so fun.
I mean,
it
you're
was
pretty
so
much
fun.
guaranteed then that Metal Gear is going to kill it then, because
I'm
I'm just so excited.
like all those 30-minute demos they've shown of like you being in the Iraqi or Afghanistan desert and stuff.
Afghanistan.
Yeah, that looks so awesome.
Yeah, just the cut scenes and stuff. It just looks amazing. But yeah, because of, I think it was PAX. Was it PAX? All this came out.
I believe so.
I don't know.
Is it PAX or is it GDC?
It might have been the day before PAX.
I don't know.
We're so uninformed
was-
right now.
yeah,
I'm sorry. We sound like total amateurs.
It was announced like past last Monday or Tuesday. Oh no, it was announced last week, which is why we're talking about it. But so it's coming out September 1st. Collector's editions are coming out. Something else interesting came up too.
Really?
They've said that Snake isn't really going to be talking that much in this game.
Really?
Yes. And if y'all want to
Snake is not Big Boss, right? They're two different characters, or is Big Boss
Do you
Snake?
mean Big Boss?
I mean Big Boss.
Okay.
Keith Sutherland is actually voice acting
You're right.
Big Boss in this game.
Right.
This is his first time voicing Big Boss.
Uh-huh.
It's normally, I don't know. It's somebody else. I think we're going to get this out of the way too. How many Metal Gear games have you beaten?
Literally none.
Ground Zeroes?
Ground Zeroes, yeah.
How
if
many
you
have
can
you
count
beat?
that as a
Ground
game.
Zeroes?
I beat Metal Gear Solid 4 when I was a very awful video gamer. I skipped every single cutscene in Metal Gear Solid 4. I was not into stories at the time I played that, and I thought it was a meh game. But something with Ground Zeroes hooked me. And I really got into the story, and I've watched videos on YouTube putting the story together, and it is an absolute mess. I don't know what the heck is going on. Yeah, I mean, even playing Ground Zeroes, I don't know about y'all, but I was like, what the heck is happening?
Yeah.
So we by no means are Metal Gear Solid fans. I mean, we're fans. We are not experts in the slightest of this series. I don't think any of us know what's going on. I know that you're playing as Big Boss, who's like a super soldier, and Solid Snake, the guy that you play in like Metal Gear Solid 1 and 4, is like a clone from Big Boss. That's like the extent of my knowledge.
Yeah.
Just that alone makes the series complicated.
Yeah.
And they're both such prominent characters in the series.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a mess.
It's super confusing. Anyways, moving forward, Keith Sutherland is voice acting him, and this is a quote from Kojima on this. I've said many times, but I understand why people feel Snake is cool and admire him. In reality, though, Snake is and always has been nothing more than an extension of the player. He's your alter ego. Therefore, I made a very conscious effort this time to bring Snake closer to the player's perspective as much as possible. So it's kind of like Link in The Legend of Zelda, how Nintendo never gives him a voice, but because it kind of wants to be like an alter ego of yourself. You want to express yourself. That's why in all the Elder Scrolls games and stuff, you don't really act yourself because it's a character you're creating. He wants to, be a part of you and stuff. So does that make y'all wonder, like, if the main character in this giant game that is, from the looks of it, is going to take forever and stuff, the dude you're playing isn't even going to be talking that much, really?
It doesn't bum me out. I mean, think about games like Dead Space, for example. The very first Dead Space, your guy doesn't say a word the entire game, and I still love that game.
Did you play the second one?
I did not.
They gave him a voice the second one.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
Which I don't think really detracted from... I don't know, maybe it distracted from the scariness. Maybe it was scarier because you just didn't talk.
I don't know.
Maybe it was scarier because he was scared. You could hear him being scared.
Maybe. Yeah, because I know in Outlast when he started like breathing like super heavy.
I mean, even in the original Dead Space, you would like breathe heavy and stuff.
Okay.
He just wouldn't like say
played
anything.
Gotcha.
Yeah, whenever I watched you guys play Outlast, like the scariest thing wasn't the things that were chasing you. It was like the sounds your guy was making because he was being chased.
Okay.
I
understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of games I played where your character doesn't have a voice, and I still love it. I mean, that doesn't bother. I mean, I can understand why that would bother some people. That doesn't bother me in the slightest.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many colorful characters in the Metal Gear Solid universe. Like, they have Troy Baker as Revolver Ocelot, which I'm pumped for anyways, because Troy Baker's amazing.
He's the man.
I always look forward to his roles and stuff. Somebody's calling me, sorry. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to him. So I mean, there's gonna be, I don't know if there's gonna be a lot of cutscenes because Metal Gear Solid 4 was filled to the brim with cutscenes, like hours upon hours upon hours, and I was just, it really like turned me off to the game because I was nowhere near as into story as I am now as a gamer. So I was constantly mashing that button and stuff. So I don't know the ratio of cutscene to gameplay in this game, but from the looks of it, it looks like he wants to really push the gameplay this time. Really make it a true open world where you're not getting a cutscene every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And I think we kind of got that with Ground Zeroes, which I don't know about y'all, but as a stealth game, an open world stealth game is the way a stealth game should be.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
It just gives you the creativity to take a situation any way that you want to take it.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Options are good in stealth.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Make them feel a lot more realistic.
Yeah, because it's not really good stealth if there's like, okay, you have this one corridor and just wait for the dude to turn around and stuff.
Yeah. It's not nearly as fun. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, obviously, you're the only other person at this table that has actually finished a Metal Gear game before the Phantom Pain. And the fact that I've never finished one, I mean, I'm hoping that Phantom Pain has a good story that I can understand, but at the end of the day, if I like goes completely over my head, I don't think it'll bother me as much as another game would, like The Order, for example. Like The Order, if it had a bad story, I mean, the gameplay's good, but if it had a bad story, that game would have been a lot worse to me. Oh, yeah. But Metal Gear, for example, the Phantom Pain and Ground Zeroes, for example, the gameplay is so good that if it's a story that I don't understand, it's not going to completely bum me out because the gameplay is just fantastic.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest, I forgot what we were talking about.
Oh, nice. We're talking about open world stealth for the most part.
Yeah, going back to The Order, the only reason that game was good to me was because of the story. Right. If that game didn't have a story, then that would have been bad. Let's be honest. Yeah. But
which I think to you, since Metal Gear, you're not too much into the story. It's all about the gameplay.
I mean, I'm looking forward to the story. Like, that's why I'm buying it. I just hope that as a new person to the series, that I can follow the story and like know what's happening, know what happened before this game, and like, I don't know, maybe I'll watch a YouTube video to see what happened before this game, because
I know there are YouTube videos that are like an hour long that explain everything.
Yeah, I had to watch like a 4-part series to even relatively understand it, and I still am like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
Dude, I remember watching Metal Gear demos. You remember demo discs that used to come out back in the day for like PlayStation 1 and stuff? I put in a demo disc that had like guys doing walkthroughs of games, and there was one, I can't remember which one it was. It was on PS1. It was a Metal Gear game, and what's the guy's name with the silver hair again? Raiden? I don't know.
Is he the ninja or the dude with the guns?
Maybe it was Snake. I don't remember. I can't remember everything. It was the Metal Gear that looks like you're looking like up from above. Is there a Metal Gear like that?
The first like 3 are.
Okay,
3 had like 2 versions. It had one with a full camera behind you, and it had one from the top.
Okay.
But up until like that, it was all top down. It might have been Metal Gear Solid 2 because the big, I mean, of course, this is like new to y'all, but as Metal Gear gamers and stuff know, the big twist in that game is you did not play as Solid Snake. Right. You switched to Raiden, who had the long silver hair.
That must be what it was, though. Because I remember the guy, I remember exactly what he said. He's like, hey, today we're going to get the AK suppressor in this area, and then so you have to do this like special jump to get there, and I like watched him do it. I'm like, I don't know what that game is, but it looks really cool. And he was trying to get the AK suppressor. So if there's any people that have played that game and know what part I'm talking about, that's the only memory I have of Metal Gear.
Just a shout out to you guys.
Yeah. So I just remember
comment below.
I remember that on an old demo disc back in the day when I was a little kid. I thought it looked pretty cool.
I don't remember Metal Gear Solid at all. I remember watching X Play, and they reviewed Metal Gear Solid 3. And I was like, that looks interesting. And
X-Play, man. Classic.
Classic.
I will miss that show forever.
Yeah.
I know the times have changed, but it's a good show.
Yeah, good show indeed.
Yeah, going back to if I think open world is good for stealth games, I do. Just to clarify.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, it's
cool.
a great thing.
For instance, like Dishonored, they did that. Yeah, really good.
Yes, I cannot wait for the Dishonored sequel.
And Thief.
Still hoping.
And Thief.
Yeah, can't forget a Thief, man.
Thief was adequate. It was all right. Another big thing that is going on with this game, I don't know if it's a big deal or not. I hope it's not a big deal. Hideo Kojima is like swearing on his life this is the last Metal Gear Solid game.
Really?
Yeah. It's the last one.
Better be good.
What do you think?
I feel like a lot of developers are like, this is the last game of its kind.
Well, the thing is that Kotaku put a list of how many times he said it was the last Metal Gear Solid game, and it's like 8 or 9 times. He said that it's the last one. He said Metal Gear Solid 4 was the last one.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't hold your breath because even if Kojima isn't working with them, it sucks, but at Konami, they don't have a giant game to hold on to but Metal Gear. I mean, can y'all think of any other big game? Silent Hill, which I think that's going to be...
Europe. The PES soccer game.
Oh, really? They make that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, to me, it's like...
It's not as big as FIFA, though, by any stretch.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine. But, I mean, they're making Silent Hills, which is a big game by them, and Metal Gear Solid. I can't think of any other Kojima game. Or not Kojima, Konami game.
Yeah.
Those are very...
Didn't they make Yu-Gi-Oh games, right?
Maybe.
Is that Konami?
I don't know.
No. Don't quote me on that.
Probably rolling in the dough from those. But if this was the last Metal Gear Solid game, and this game just blew your head off from how sick it was, is that going to really just... make you mad, or are you gonna be satisfied that it went out with such a bang?
I think I'd be satisfied. Like I said, I mean, if I was a longtime fan of the series, I'd be like, oh, it sucks. I hope they keep making these. But I mean, I don't think it'd bum me out that much.
What about you?
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the series, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal to me. I've played Ground Zeroes. I enjoyed it, so I'm really looking forward to this game. So, I mean, I can't really answer that question without playing the game.
Yeah,
no,
so
I understand.
I mean, maybe we'll all play.
Yeah, they will love it
please
so
make
much,
another
like,
one.
I need more.
Well, okay, this is why I think he's blowing smoke. Mm-hmm. He's done it before. He is putting in so many different gameplay styles into this game that he has never done before. Metal Gear Solid has never had this open world experience that he's really pushing hard about. You know, if you want to infiltrate a base at night, you could sit there and like do your little cigarette thing, and time will pass until it's night and stuff. This is like really changing Metal Gear Solid 5, and I think that's would be a mistake for him to like implement this giant gameplay changer and then be like, all right, well, that's it.
Yeah.
Unless he wants to go off and do like another series, because I did read that he said he's like, I really want to work on something else, which is why he's doing Silent Hill. Sorry if I'm wrong here, but I don't remember any other thing Kojima's done besides Metal Gear Solid, and he's been doing that forever, since the 90s, since the first one came out and stuff. So I could totally sympathize with him if he's like, I really want to.
Can't blame him.
New. Yeah. And it pays his bills too. I mean, he's such an iconic man for this series and stuff. It's like his baby. It's like, I don't know, maybe he really does want to move past it, but he gets really hesitant about it too, because you know, this is like his series that he's worked on for the longest time and stuff. So
right. We'll see.
We will see.
All I know is I'm super pumped for it to come out. I mean, it sucks we got to wait till September, but I mean, we got a few good things coming out before then. We got Bloodborne, Witcher, Batman.
Yeah.
Anything else sprinkled in there in between?
Uncharted, hopefully.
Before September?
Oh, before September? Oops. Persona 5.
Oh, yeah. Holy crap, yes.
Okay.
And by the way, we'll have gamplayy videos for all these games.
Probably.
Yeah. I look forward to that.
Of various kinds, so just be looking out for those.
Like we said last podcast, probably not a full-on playthrough, but you know, it depends if y'all want it.
If there's fun dungeons, maybe we'll do some of those dungeons together, you know?
Bloodborne?
Yeah, Bloodborne.
For sure. We're definitely going to do some Bloodborne gameplay. But I think we can all agree that Metal Gear Solid 5 looks epic, especially Metal Gear Online and stuff. That'll definitely keep us coming back and stuff. I'm super pumped about that. Anything with stealth multiplayer done that well has just got to be freaking awesome.
I have a very good feeling that it's going to be a Game of the Year contender.
Oh, for sure.
So,
absolutely.
Sure. Based on Ground Zeroes, if it's just that, if it's
Ground Zeroes with more, like
yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
Because people love Ground Zeroes, they just hated how short it was. Yeah,
nobody said this gameplay sucks. It was like, this gameplay is so good, I'm pissed off I paid for this little.
It was originally $60 too.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
And then they knocked it down.
Maybe
to,
it was 50, and then they dropped it
I think
to
it was
40.
40 on next gen, and they dropped it to 30 because the last gen version would cost 30.
Okay, yeah.
So
It's still coming out on 360 and stuff, isn't it?
yeah,
They're
I
just
don't know
so
how that's
weird.
gonna work.
Yeah, I have no
It
idea.
look-
Maybe the textures will just be like super terrible or something.
I guess because I saw gameplay on 360 and PS3, and on YouTube the quality you can't really tell a difference. I just hope it doesn't. All these big outgoing games and stuff that are coming out now, when I hear that it's on the last console, it really makes me go like, because I don't want it to, hurt the next gen game, because I don't want them in the back of their mind be like, oh, we can't do this because, we got to scale it back. One little example before we move on, but Rise of the Tomb Raider, it's going to be on 360. And I was like, well, that sucks. Yeah. But they're giving it to another team. They're solely focusing on the Xbox One. So if you do that, that's fine. I completely understand you have a giant market that you want to market to on the older consoles. But as long as you don't let it impair the next gen version, then that's fine. So hopefully that's not the case on Metal Gear. But I can almost guarantee that this game's going to be epic.
Oh yeah.
So
looking forward to it for sure.
For sure.